sound check. I beg, let me give them those two tags where they that seat. Those two tags. Bá mi fún tag méjì tó wà lórí seat yẹn, tag yẹn bá mi fún. You're welcome to a channel's television live broadcast here in Buhari, the capital. President Muhammadu Buhari has just arrived at South Mbako Airport here in Buhari, the capital. Southeast Nigeria, and he's been received by the governor of Imo State, Senator Buhari. President is on a one-day working visit. Guard of honor, which has been inspected by the president. Imo State cultural troop, popularly called Ominimo, is also here in their colorful attire, doing what they know how to do best. Top government functionaries, political entities and politicians, especially APC leaders in the state and the Southeast, present through civil presidents and entourage. Shortly after this ceremony at airport, the president will move straight to Banana Junction in Olu Town, where constitute commission the 37 kilometers reconstructed and dualized Olu-Owerri Federal Road. Afterwards, we will move to Amara. I was from Central Town to I can't find my response plate. Sound check. 1, 2. Sound check. 1, 2. 1, 2.
From the keynote speaker. Keynote speaker. Then go to the bottom. And then you buy celebrate. Just like this. You didn't say much. When you made the contact, you mentioned it. That you didn't speak much.
All nationality and and where he was calling for people to shun ethnic and
He didn't say much.
So I took it from that angle. Now brought in the keynote speaker and the governor. But governor now cautioned that we were supposed to take the story from him because he paid for the license.
Why is he saying that? Well, even me, I'm looking at it from the objective journalism.
Do you know if I picked it from? Yeah, I picked it for ranking.
Yeah, we mentioned
But you know if I
as
picked it
there.
from?
But to be sincere, he didn't say much. Governor didn't say much. Not this week.
You
have to pay that thing.
No, I don't. I don't.
Pay for that.
Yes, sir.
Pay for
Yeah, 2.5 million. See, they are now on again.
yeah.
Let's take that. Go. Let them record this shot for you. No, record it. Just record. Let them record this shot. Let them record this shot in Lagos. Excellent. See the governor. Excellent. Fun. No, the guy's facing here now. No, he wasn't facing. He was only facing here. It's okay. Let me. I got it.
So.
Good man.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Come down there. But they want to arrange now. That's right.
He's coming there first, then we'll come to this place.
Yes.
Then we'll come to this place. Go there.
If not, they say advance most come. There's this and I say one, no other one is coming.
Stop. Can we get it from here? It's coming like this. When this breeze, nobody, my voice. Hello. Can you hear it? Yeah? There's no line in they are backing us all. Maybe they are backing us.
If they don't back you, because of the president, it's not them that is the president. So the president
All the people behind them will block them as well. So they will block Mr. President.
yeah, but if they don't back us, we'll see the face of the president. Where is that aircraft now? Once the aircraft is coming closer, I will ask them to go back. Hello?
So can you zoom in?
No, I don't want to go. Yes, come back. Let them come out. Let them come out. Let them come out. You go down. Let them come. Who will come down? I'm telling them now. Just rowdiness. If they don't come back now, we'll go down and that's rowdiness. Who's calling you now? Don't put that on.
Noted, sir. Noted, sir. Noted, sir. Emeka!
Let them come back. Let them come back.
Emeka! Alex Mbata with the president. Then you see this short video on it immediately. Short video, they go back to the camera.
once it's common, before you decide, before you decide.
Not this line, this white line. This white line. This one, this line.
Oga.
Go like once it comes down. Are they seeing us?
Yeah, that's what it is. Where are they grabbing each other? Don't sign on. I'll tell you when to sign. They will be the ones to sign on.
Okay, just let me know when they do. So I can start from here.
Whoa. There is no, they can't see this thing.
The screen. I check if the picture is good.
Picture is the picture. Any of my take it. But to blue, you take everything. As some people go take Oga. As some people go take my phone is my phone.
I think the artist here,
Go to the top anyhow. No, you're going to like.
They are receiving the president. The governor is here, the minister of education state is there. Up here is there. I can't cite the deputy governor, it's not here, but quite a number of his cabinet commissioners are here. Virtually half of the commissioners are here. The estate. Yes. The deputy. No, not at all. No, not at all.
All these aircraft, they will block with our president.
Yes.
You see, Nigeria was this.
Yeah, the governor from Nando.
No, you're in the wrong place.
We can't go there. They are the ones taking the They are not taking it down to the land.
We need that footage.
Officer.
We need that footage.
We'll have gone to the other side.
Okay. Good. Right?
Fantastic. Yeah.
Hey! Don't spoil the finish. Don't spoil the finish for us.
Oh my God.
They're packing them.
We have to get it. Nobody's getting the president coming down. They're even backing us now. Oh, but, I mean,
This is the guy. Not the guy. Yes, go ahead.
please come, 1 minute. Let all of us go together now. They can't stop us now. Eh?
They would have selected some people.
We are live. They can run politics.
You're welcome to a channel's television live broadcast here in Owerri, the Imo State capital. President Muhammadu Buhari has just arrived at the Sam Mbakwe Airport here in Owerri, the Imo State capital, southeast Nigeria. And he's being received now by the Imo State Governor, Hope Uzodinma, and some other top government functionaries. And as you can see, the president is alighting from the aircraft. The president is on a one-day working visit to Imo State to inaugurate some projects initiated by the Imo State Governor, Hope Uzodinma. And at the moment, the airport ceremony is about to begin as the Nigerian Armed Forces already mounted a guard of honor waiting for the president to inspect.
No, come down.
definitely you can cut towards the other shot.
Did you hear? Was it clear? The voice
Yeah, it was clear.
Okay.
But you need to stop.
Okay.
Oh, I don't want you to be answering.
We need that ambience. We need the ambience.
Okay, should they run commentary now? Okay, until your lights, yes. Because whatever you're saying is
I want to talk about these people. You don't want to be hey, who's calling you? Who?
I know. Complex. Whatever you talk about.
The Imo State cultural troupe, popularly called Ominimo, is also present here to welcome the president. And as you can see, they are doing what they know how to do best in their colorful attires. Security chiefs from Imo State and the entire Southeast states are also present at the Sam Mbakwe Airport here in Owerri, the Imo State capital, to receive Mr. President on his one-day working visit to Imo State to commission some projects initiated by the state governor, Uzodimma. That's the guard of honor already mounted by the Nigerian Armed Forces, waiting for Mr. President's inspection. The president, clad in white attire with a red cap, is exchanging pleasantries with leaders of APC in the southeast and some political appointees and politicians from Imo State and the southeast. Security chiefs in Imo State, the Nigerian Army, Navy, Air Force, immigrations are also here to receive the president. The president with the governor of Imo State walking down. The president in a short while will be inspecting the guard of honor mounted by the Nigerian Armed Forces. From this point, the president will move to Banana Junction in Olu Town to cut the tape and commission the 37 kilometers reconstructed and dualized Olu-Owerri Federal Road, and from there he will move to Amaraku to commission the first phase of the reconstructed Owerri-Okigwe Federal Road. It will also be at the Imo State House of Assembly Commission, House of Assembly Complex, I beg your pardon, to commission the rebuilt House of Assembly Complex initiated by the Hope Uzodinma-led administration. And afterwards, the president will meet with stakeholders from the southeast at the government house before his departure to Abuja, the nation's capital. The president is in company of Governor Hope Uzodinma as they move to Banana Junction in Olu Town for the commissioning of the 37 kilometers reconstructed and dualized Olu to Owerri Federal Highway. This is the second time President Muhammadu Buhari will be visiting Imo State to inaugurate some projects initiated by the Hope Uzodinma-led administration. The president was in Owerri, the Imo State capital, last September to commission various projects.
Life now.
We're still live at the Sam Mbakwe Airport in Owerri, the Imo State capital. And just a few moments ago, President Muhammadu Buhari arrived at this airport on a one-day working visit to Imo State to commission some signature projects initiated by Governor Hope Uzodinma of Imo State. And from here, the president moves to Banana Junction in Olu. promised to keep giving you the details of the president's activities on his one-day working visit to Imo State to commission projects. Okay, remove this from here. Like, just remove it. I didn't get the arm down. They can't stop us now. Eh? They would have selected some We're live. You're welcome to a Channels Television live broadcast here in Owerri, Imo State capital. President Muhammadu Buhari has just arrived at Sam Mbakwe Airport here in Owerri, Imo State capital, southeast Nigeria. And he's being received now by the Imo State Governor, Hope Uzodinma, and some other top government functionaries. And as you can see, the president is alighting from the aircraft. The president is on a one-day working visit to Imo State to inaugurate some projects initiated by the Imo State Governor, Hope Uzodinma. And at the moment, The airport ceremony is about to begin as the Nigerian Armed Forces already mounted a guard of honor waiting for the president to inspect.
No, come down.
Evidently, you can cut toward the other shot.
Did you hear? Was it clear? The voice
Yeah, it was clear.
Okay.
But you need to boost up.
Okay.
I don't want you to be answering.
We need that ambience. We need the ambience.
Okay, should they run commentary now? Okay, until I like this. Because whatever you're saying is
I want to talk about these people. I don't want to be hey, who's calling you? Who?
I know. Talk less. Whatever you talk about.
The Imo State cultural troupe, popularly called Ominimo, is also present here to welcome the president. And as you can see, they are doing what they know how to do best in their colorful attires. Security chiefs from Imo State and the entire Southeast states are also present at the Sam Mbakwe Airport here in Owerri, Imo State capital, to receive Mr. President on his one-day working visit to Imo State to commission some projects initiated by the state governor, Hope Uzodimma. That's the guard of honor already mounted by the Nigerian Armed Forces, waiting for Mr. President's inspection. The president, clad in white attire with a red cap, is exchanging pleasantries with leaders of APC in the Southeast and some political appointees and politicians from Imo State and the Southeast. Security chiefs in Imo State, the Nigerian Army, Navy, Air Force, immigrations are also here to receive the president. The president with the governor of Imo State walking down. The president in a short while will be inspecting the guard of honor mounted by the Nigerian Armed Forces. President will move to Banana Junction in Olu Town to cut the tape and commission the 37 kilometers reconstructed and dualized Olu-Owerri Federal Road, and from there he will move to Amaraku to commission the first phase of the reconstructed Owerri-Okigwe Federal Road. It will also be at the Imo State House of Assembly complex, I beg your pardon, to commission the rebuilt House of Assembly complex initiated by the Hope Uzodinma-led administration. And afterwards, the president will meet with stakeholders from the southeast at the government house before his departure to Abuja, the nation's capital. The president is in company of Governor Hope Uzodinma as they move to Banana Junction in Olu Town for the commissioning of the 37 kilometers reconstructed and dualized Olu to Owerri Federal Highway. This is the second time President Muhammadu Buhari will be visiting Imo State to inaugurate some projects initiated by the Hope Uzodinma-led administration. The president was in Owerri, the Imo State capital, last September to commission various projects.
Life now.
We're still live at the Sam Mbakwe Airport in Owerri, the Imo State capital. Just a few moments ago, President Muhammadu Buhari arrived this airport on a one-day working visit to Imo State to commission some signature projects initiated by Governor Hope Uzodinma of Imo State. And from here, the president moves to Banana Junction in Olu. Promise to keep giving you the details of the president's activities on his one-day working visit to Imo State to commission projects. This is live broadcast of the President's one-day walking visit to Owerri, the Imo State capital, to commission some projects. And right here, the President has just gotten to the Imo State House of Assembly complex to be commissioned by him. Earlier, the President was at Banana Junction in Olu, where he commissioned the Olu-Owerri Federal Road and the Okigwe first phase of the Owerri-Okigwe Federal Road. Now is here at the rehabilitated House of Imo State House of Assembly complex. The President is in company of the Imo State Governor, Senator Hope Uzodimma. And as you can see, lawmakers from the Imo State House of Assembly and other top government functionaries here in Owerri, and precisely at the Imo State House of Assembly complex, are here to receive President Muhammadu Buhari. The President is here. In same vehicle with the Imo State Governor, Hope Uzodimma.
Call them.
You can see the President in white native attire with a red cap, ready to cut the tape for the rebuilt and rehabilitated Imo State House of Assembly complex initiated by Imo State Governor Hope Uzodimma.
This is the complex for Imo State House of Assembly. This building has been abandoned for the past 11 years, and the House of Assembly has to move and cutting soil. And when we came here as a government, we thought we need to use the House of Assembly an operating environment that will be befitting. We took a decision to rehabilitate, reconstruct, and recover the complex. And this is what we are doing. And today, we basically approach that we hear the commission this complex. Give that from a monthly fund. We invite Mr. President to humbly declare and commission this building for use by Imo State House of Assembly. May God bless Mr. President. Thank you. The governor has been informed, and I think how well he will do. I wish him the best of luck.
Let's go before.
Hey, wait, just stop. Wait. What's your wire? No entrance. No entrance for now. No entrance.
Is there any other road? Is there any road?
Yeah, there's an entrance. Maybe that's right. Maybe you may come up from the other side. I'm not sure. Come up from here again.
The President has just commissioned the rehabilitated and rebuilt Imo State House of the complex, and he has just entered to be taken around this edifice by the Governor of Imo State and the Speaker of the Imo State House of Assembly. Before this time, the lawmakers in the Imo State House of Assembly for years have been doing their legislative duties in a makeshift facility known as the Ikemba Ojukwu Center. And upon assumption of the Governor of Imo State, Hope Uzodimma, the rehabilitation of this complex was one of his agendas, to rehabilitate it and return the lawmakers back to a very habitable facility where the business of lawmaking will be comfortable. We have a crowd of Imo indigents here at the entrance of the Imo State House of Assembly complex, who are here to welcome President Muhammadu Buhari. Most of them with banners and flags, happy to receive the #1 citizen of Nigeria, President Muhammadu Buhari. From here, the President will move to the Imo State Government House, where he will be meeting with some Igbo leaders, political leaders, religious leaders, as well as top government functionaries in Imo State and some selected APC stakeholders at the Government House here in Owerri, the Imo State capital. This edifice houses the offices of the 27 lawmakers of the Imo State House of Assembly. And like the governor said, it's been abandoned for a number of years due to the dilapidated state of this edifice. And the state government today has rehabilitated this edifice in order to accommodate the 27 lawmakers of the Imo State House of Assembly who have been using a makeshift facility, the Ikemba Ojukwu Center, as their office, where they've been making their laws in the last few years. Now the governor and the president are on their way out of the Imo State House of Assembly to the government house, where some selected Igbo leaders, political leaders from the southeast, political appointees, top government functionaries from Imo State, as well as APC leaders from the southeast, will be meeting with Mr. President. And like we were told, this meeting will not last more than an hour, and then the president departs to Abuja, the nation's capital. This is the second time Mr. President will be commissioning projects physically in Owerri, the Imo State capital. Yeah, that's Mr. President waving to Imo indigents. They now depart here for the government house, where the president will be having a stakeholders meeting with some selected Igbo leaders.
The Imo State House of Assembly complex, which houses offices of all the elected 27 state lawmakers as well as legislative staff, built several years ago during the late Sam Onunaka Mbakwe's administration, has been poorly and rarely maintained by successive governments in the state. Due to its near-collapsed state, the lawmakers had to evacuate the assembly complex to a temporary site where it is safe for them to carry out their legislative functions. Governor Hope Uzodinma, who was once a legislator at the red chambers of the National Assembly, was not pleased with the dilapidated state of the assembly complex. He therefore ordered the renovation of the assembly complex to a world-class, ultra-modern legislative assembly complex that is befitting and conducive for legislative activities. The contractor describes the dilapidated state of the assembly complex when they took over.
This very building has been left unrenovated for quite some time and then dilapidated to a deplorable conditions before we came here. We started by undertaking the integrity test of the building. Then we did a general overhaul, which includes both the structural, electrical, and then the mechanical systems. We did all those things. So now this building now is running on a complete systems, an upgraded version, and it is being built to international standard. Whatsoever we have here, they are all done in the best practices. So basically, this is what we've been able to achieve, and it's been possible because of the support we got from the Imo State government that provided everything that we needed to undertake this project.
The renovated ultra-modern Legislative Assembly complex now wears a new look after many years of neglect. Governor Hope Uzodinma, who visited the assembly complex for an on-spot assessment, expressed satisfaction with the quality of work done, adding that renovation of the House of Assembly complex became imperative and urgent to enable the lawmakers go back to their former permanent legislative building.
When we talk about recovery, rehabilitation, and reconstruction, we're talking about bringing the operational standard of governance to world class. You can see the facilities here and the provisions that have been made, the conveniences and otherwise, added to the finishing touches given by the contractor, whose skill is not in question.
Speaker of the Imo State House of Assembly, Right Honorable Barrister Kennedy Ibe, and other lawmakers expressed gratitude to Governor Hope Uzodinma for his massive support and for providing good leadership in the state.
If there is any place to even start from, to recover, to rebuild Imo, it is the legislative arm of government, because you can't give so much under an environment that does not give you that that psychological ambience. We don't have the right ambience to make laws. Even where we are here, I tell you honestly, the members are doing so well, carrying on their legislative assignments in a makeshift facility. So we're excited that we are going back to where we have everything in place, and we are just thankful that His Excellency thought of doing this. No right-thinking person will say that it is misplaced priority for His Excellency to have gone to rebuild an arm of government. We are not even talking about a ministry, department, or agency. We are talking about an arm of government.
We thank His Excellency, the Governor of Imo State, for creating an environment for us that will be able to give us an opportunity to do our work, our legislative duties in the interest of the state, and also to protect the interest of the citizens of Imo State. This is a fantastic edifice, world class, and can be compared to any House of Assembly complex across the world. So we thank His Excellency for this wonderful edifice. And he promised us that it will be done in a short time, and from what we can see, we are going to meet up that timeline.
Governor Hope Uzodinma reassures of his commitment in providing the necessary support for legislators to carry out their legislative duties effectively. Owerri to Okigwe Road is a 59-kilometer stretch highway constructed by the federal government over 3 decades ago to link Imo State to Enugu, Abia, and Ebonyi states. Since its collapse many years ago, it has become a shadow of itself, especially in different spots and areas like Ekemele in Akabo, Amarako, and the Obiohuru in Isialambano local government area in Imo State. The road has become synonymous with crime and criminality and avoidable fatal accidents, just as commuters struggle to maneuver the bad spots. Some youths in the area have also turned the spot into a toll point in return for the service rendered in managing the bad spots. As part of his promise to the people of Imo State when he assumed office in January 2020, Governor Hope Uzodinma flagged off the reconstruction of the 59 kilometers Owerri to Okigwe single carriageway, having awarded the contract to Craneberg Construction Engineering Company after various failed promises by several administrations before him.
I'm highly delighted this afternoon to be performing this wonderful occasion, the flag off of the construction of Owerri to Okigwe Express Road. This is one of the few economic highways in Imo State. And if our agenda to stimulate the economy of Imo people and bring prosperity to there.
Amarako, a major stopping point for commuters and transporters alike, was known for its unyielding flood. Thankfully, all that has become a thing of the past. This is a Kemele in Ikeduru. If you were new to Imo State, you wouldn't believe that you had to spend 2 to 4 hours maneuvering the road. This is what commuters have to say as they expressed gratitude to Governor Hope Uzodinma for hearing their cries and coming to their rescue.
We are very much grateful for this road because for a whole long time now, this road has been a menace to both we indigents and non-indigents that ply the road. Because most times, even people that want to ply the road, they refuse passing this road because of the Ekemele mayhem. Because the road has given us a very serious problem, most especially to motorists that ply the road. And for the fact that this current government has remembered us by way of looking into the road to make sure that this road is pliable, I think is a credit to the government.
Last 8 years, government Nikembo Garaga, the road is so bad. And even the gutter. Ministers have only to this channel. But thank God today, everybody's okay. The agro like sorry gota and the main road hand on is okay. Thank God for our governor.
Known for his people-centric policies and programs, Governor Hope Uzodinma has further assured the people of his commitment to transform the state by creating an enabling environment for investors in the state, which will in turn create jobs and attract more development. When Governor Hope Uzodinma assumed office in January 2020, majority of roads in Imo State constructed after the exit of Mbakwe administration by successive administrations were at the verge of extinction. One of such roads is the Owerri to Olu Road, which is very significant for economic activities, as it is the only road that commuters from Olu, Idato, and Njaba easily use to access Owerri and also link Anambra State. Due to the deplorable condition, vehicles get stuck on the bad section of the road, leaving travelers at the mercy of hoodlums within the area. The deplorable condition of the road meant that it took commuters several hours to connect these communities through and from Owerri. This brought nightmare for commuters and travelers alike, as it posed serious danger to lives and property, especially whenever it rained. In line with his 3R mantra, to rehabilitate, reconstruct, and recover the Commonwealth of Ndimo, Governor Hope Uzodinma began a road revolution in the state by awarding the reconstruction of 37 kilometers Owerri to Olu dual carriageway to Craneberg Construction Engineering Company.
I gave you my words, I made promises, and I must keep to my promises. Today, Olu to Owerri will be dualized, and the contract period is for 18 months, and we are giving you a world-class road that will be befitting of the true indigenes of Imo State. This road, when completed, will compete with any road anywhere in the world. The Craneberg Construction Company is a world-class construction company.
As it is customary with Governor Hope Uzodinma, he monitored the construction from time to time to ensure compliance with contractual agreements.
We're doing 8 meters from the median, 8 meters, because you have, 7.3 carriageway. Then you have the shoulder.
After many months of intensive work, the Owerri-Olu Road is finally reborn, wiping away the tears and hardship hitherto experienced by commuters plying it. Indigenes of the area were unrelenting in commending Governor Hope Uzodinma for keeping to his promise of reconstructing the Owerri-Olu Road. Many expressed their disbelief that the Owerri-Olu Road could become a standard road delivered within 18 months promised by the government of shared prosperity.
Before the inception of Onwa, our governor, Senator Hope Uzodinma, this road used to be a nightmare. You can't even dare come out when it rains. But to God be the glory. Our governor's name, actually Onwa, is Onwa. And that Onwa means moon. It is really shining in Mbitoli and in Imo State at large. If you can look at around, you see the road from the end to Olu, the lightning, the gutter where when it rains, the water goes in, unlike what it used to be before. When it rains, Imo lights will just run inside, but it is not like that today. I thank Onwa, I thank the government of the day
Before now, the road was inaccessible, impassable, nothing to write home about. Since Onwa came and took up the road, it's been wonderful. We can now access the road, no bombs, no stops, no potholes. Mbitoli people were excited. We are thrilled. We are fascinated. We've not seen this before. He has done it, and we are saying thank you.
I know what we have suffered for years on this road, but today, to God be the glory that a Messiah, as far as I am concerned, this road, the Messiah we have for this road now that has this beauty is Senator Hope Uzodimma, the governor of Imo State.
Having completed this stretch, the governor has extended the road revolution as he has just flagged off the Olu-Akokwa road, stretching from the beginning of Banana Junction, where the Olu-Owerri road branches out to Idato North and South, down to Akokwa, which is another major economic road in the state.
On this note, let me formally, to the glory of God and service to humanity, flag off the construction of Olu, Mgbe, Uruala, Akokwa, Oga Road, to the glory of God. Ndewonu.
There is no place for argument. You are girl by yourself.
Coverage of the president's one-day working visit to Owerri, the Imo State Government House. And a few moments ago, the president commissioned the rehabilitated and rebuilt Imo State House of Assembly complex. And now we're in Government House. A few moments from now, the president
sing except you build a house.
will enter this
The builders building vain. Me I go follow you they go. Anywhere you lead me I go go. My life is for your glory.
Political leaders of Imo State.
And I say, oh yeah, so give
a year ago when the president also visited Imo State to commission some projects initiated by Governor Hope Uzodimma. He had a similar
Jesus, you're my
entrepreneurial spirit and how he
Jesus, you're my
earlier today when the president
Jesus, you're my rolling. We say, oh yeah,
administration.
Oh yeah, Songi oh yeah, oh yeah.
Afterwards,
oh yeah, Jesus, you're my rolling. Ebe kuwelike, dika marabia, amomo tuboro, Yesu barasa, ebe mama mo, kiwi barago, Jesus, you're my rolling. Ebe kuwelike, dika marabia, amomo tuboro, Yesu barasa, ebe mama mo, kiwi barago, Jesus, you're my rolling.
Where the president earlier commissioned. And thereafter, the president also commissioned the newly rehabilitated House of Assembly complex. And according to the state government office of the man who was speaking during the commissioning, lawmakers have been out of the assembly complex for several years due to the dilapidated state of the assembly complex. But today, it's a brand new House of Assembly complex with state-of-the-art and offices for the 27 lawmakers of the International Assembly.
This is Channels Television. You're watching a live coverage of the President's one-day visit to Owerri, the Imo State capital. This is the second of such visits by the President. He was here in September 2021, also to commission some projects initiated by the Imo State government. That was in September 2021 when he came to Imo State, and he's back today. He arrived at the Sambakwe Cargo Airport at exactly 11 a.m. Today, and he was received by Governor Hope Uzodinma and other leaders of the state. From the airport, he went to commission some road projects, like the Okigwe and Olu roads, as well as and then he thereafter commissioned the rehabilitated House of Assembly complex in the state capital, among others. The President is being expected at the government house. You can see dignitaries waiting for his arrival for a banquet in his honor. Last year, when he visited the state, there was also a banquet in his honor in the form of a state dinner, where he spoke about national issues and also issues concerning the southeastern region of the country. So they're all expecting the President to arrive at this venue, where he's expected to make his remarks for the day before returning to Abuja for his other duties of the day.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, can we have some volume on this mic real quickly? Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, announcing the arrival of the #1 citizen of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, special guest of honor visiting Imo State within the last 368 days for the second time, His Excellency Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR, President, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, being accompanied into this auditorium by the workaholic Governor of Imo State, His Excellency Senator Hope Uzodimma. I'd like us to please applaud His Excellency the President as he takes his seat. We can hear that applause. That applause should even come louder than that for a man who is visiting Imo State twice in less than 1 year. Thank you so much. Please, let's remain standing as we take the national anthem to commence this reception program. The national anthem, please. For the national prayer, and we are in prayers. Second stanza of the national anthem. O God of creation, direct our noble cause, guide our leaders right, help our youth the truth to know, in love and honesty to grow, and living just and true, great lofty heights attain, to build a nation where peace and justice reign. Amen and amen. Please be seated as you put your hands together for the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Can we please clear the aisle, please? Let's clear the aisle, please, very quickly. Your Excellency, Muhammad Thank you very much. Your Excellency Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR, President, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Your Excellency, Distinguished Senator Ovie Omoagege, Deputy President of the Senate and the APC Governorship Candidate, Delta State. Your Excellency, the Right Honorable Ahmed Idris Wase, the Deputy Speaker, House of Representatives, and the First Deputy Speaker of the ECOWAS Parliament. Your Excellency, the host governor, distinguished Senator Hope Obidika Uzodimma Onwa, the governor of Imo State. Your Excellencies, governors of other states and deputy governors represented at this occasion. Your Excellency, Barrister Mrs. Chioma Uzodimma, the wife of the governor of Imo State and First Lady of the state. Your Excellency, Professor Placid Njoku, the Deputy Governor of Imo State, and your lovely wife, members of the Senate and members of the National House of Representatives and members of the National Assembly, serving and former. The Speaker, Imo State House of Assembly, Honorable Barrister Kennedy Ibe. The Deputy Speaker, Imo State House of Assembly, Right Honorable Amara Iwanyangu, and other members of the State Assembly here present. Members of the Federal Executive Council under entourage of Mr. President, Your Excellencies, former governors here present, the Secretary to the Government of Imo State, Chief Cosmos Iwu, the Chief of Staff to the Governor, Barrister Nnamdi Anyahe, the Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice, Barrister C.O.C. Akolisa, and members of the State Executive Council here present, Dr. Ijoma Arodiobu, the National Vice Chairman Southeast of the All Progressives Congress, leading members of the APC National Working Committee to this occasion. The State Chairman, APC Imo State, and members of the State Working Committee. Your Excellency, former Minister of Foreign Affairs, Senator General E.K. Nwachukwu. Former service chiefs present, President General Ohaneze Ndigbo Worldwide, Professor George Obiozo, and members of the executive, faith-based leaders, that is, CAN State Chairman and State Chairman, Supreme Council for Islamic Affairs, local government sole administrators, Your Royal Highness Eze Dr. E.C. Okeke Ezudo II, Amaifeke State Chairman, Traditional Rulers Council, my Lord Spiritual and Temporal, Chairman, Imo State Elders Council, and members, Captain of Industries, leaders of thoughts and elder statesmen from Southeast Nigeria, distinguished invited guests, members of the fourth estate of the realm, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Your Excellency, Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR, President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, who today is looking very completely like an Igbo man, and I dare give you an Igbo name. I therefore would like to give you an Igbo name, President Muhammadu Buhari Akachukwu, GCFR. Only a year and 3 days ago, you were in Imo State on an official visit to commission and inaugurate projects executed by the very visionary and ebullient governor of Imo State, His Excellency Senator Hope Uzodimma. As at the 9th of September last year, when you came to Imo State, he was just barely 1 year in office. Many people are asking questions, Your Excellency, as to why are you visiting Imo again? And the answers are in public domain. The answers are that it is only when something is sweet that you want to visit a second time. The meals that were served you in Imo State were very sweet, and they have prepared yet other pots of different cuisines for you, and you have found time out of your very busy schedule to come grace these events, to commission more projects. And that is the answer to the questions. Something good is happening in Imo State that attracts the president to Imo again and again. At this point, Your Excellency, Mr. World-Class Projects, as the Imo Lights fondly call the governor of Imo State, has lived to his promise, the campaign promise of Indeed and the entire Imo State, of turning Imo State to a mini London, which is already in the offing despite the daunting challenges that he inherited. Based on his 3 R's, reconstruction, rehabilitation, and recovery, the governor has done a yeoman's job and deserves a tremendous, resounding round of applause. I wish we have a type 4 of its kind in this geopolitical zone. Nigeria would be a lot better and a lot more unified. Please applaud the governor one more time. Your Excellency, Governor Hope Uzodimma, you have put your name on the sands of time for the things you have done within a very short period, and many more to come. And you must also agree with me that he's a man of taste, class, panache, dexterity, and Imolites should not expect anything less than what you're seeing. Rather, there will be improvement on the things that you're seeing on ground. It is on this note, Your Excellency, that I'd like to, at this point in time, invite the SA protocol to the governor to please take charge at this point in time. Please let's welcome Honorable Bright.
Thank you, Gabriel. Your Excellency, Mr. President, we have a culture in Imo State that if you are happy with your august visitor, you must say welcome. May I humbly invite the Governor of Imo State, distinguished Senator Hope Uzodimma, to say welcome in the Igbo tradition to His Excellency, Mr. President.
Excellency, Mr. President, President Muhammad Buhari, GCFR, Your Excellencies, the Deputy Governor, the former governors, Honorable Ministers, the President General of Ohaneze, Excellency, this assignment is a very difficult one, given that in this audience, we have traditional title holders from the 5 states of the Southeast, whose seniority one cannot easily establish as to who to recognize first and who not to recognize second. It is on this note I will crave your indulgence and the permission of Mr. President to use the President General of Ohaneze Ndibo as a point of contact and plead with him to, on behalf of the government and people of Imo State, present this caller to Mr. President and the audience. Ndewonu.
Me to sit down. Oh, yes. Kola, presentation is a very serious thing in Igbo land. A serious matter. Because you go to an Igbo man's house, can even give you food, give you everything. But when you ask Onyekwere, that means did he give you cola? If you say no, if everything is cancelled. So, the President, it is a sign of love. It is also a sign of friendship, peace.
That is what Kola represents in Igbo. Chai, Igbo Kwenu. Mr. President, this Kola is for you, and on behalf of Igbos, may I present it to your distinguished self. Thank you very much. Eze Okeke, Ezimo, please bless it.
Mr. President, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the kola nut has gone to the Eze Imo. His Royal Highness is Dr. E.C. Okeke for his blessing.
Ya ka anyị na-emere ọjị onye isi anyị n'Imo steeti wetara ọjị ahụkwalanụ ha asịzi m ka nzi unu obi ọfọ obi n'ugwu iwu na ka esi agba onye isi egbe hụ ka o si eze mbụ ndị eze mma mmanụ ndị eze anyị unu ahụrụ ọjị biko anyị na-akịsị ka anyị ghara igbu ya oge anyị ga-agbapụ ya ọsọ anyị mezupụna ya anyị na-akpọ Chineke ekekere ụwa ọbara nkịtị okwu dị n'ọnụ ọ ga-iduru onye isi ala anyị Naịjirịa dutere anyị ya taa na ihe ọma niile ka ọ na-emere anyị site na gọvanọ anyị na-ahụ ya anyị si Chineke anyị na-ayọ gị ahụ isi ike ka ọ na-eje na-alọta na-asịkwa ya ọhụrụ na Imo steeti gọvanọ anyị wụ Oliver Twist ana m asị gị na-emekwere na-aga n'ihu mekwukwere nke imere karịrị nke a si Chineke bịa lere ndị niile bere ebe a mgbe onye isi ala ga-alachi ya ụkwụ o ji bịa ka ọ ga-eji alachi ya ihe ọma ka anyị ga na-enweta n'aka onye isi ala ọ ga-adịrị anyị ndụ ogologo ọ ga-ahụ gọvanọ anyị n'anya ajọ mmụọ na ajọ mmadụ a ga-agbasa ha ụkwụ ogereji eje ogereji ya na-abata Imo steeti nna bịa gọzie ọjị a gọzie ndị niile na-ata ya site n'afọ Nna na Nwa na Mmụọ Nsọ.
Your Excellency, Mr. President, Your Excellency, the Deputy Senate President, Your Excellency, the Deputy Speaker, House of Reps, Your Excellency, the host governor, Your Excellency, the First Lady, due respect, I acknowledge everyone seated here. May I, at this juncture, invite the Secretary to the Government of Imo State Chief Cosmos Iwu to say a brief welcome remark to our august visitor. Chief Cosmos Iwu to the microphone. Mr. President is not against us, to do our hands when there is need for us to do that. Thank you very much, sir.
Your Excellency, Muhammad Buhari, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Your Excellency, the Deputy Senate President. Your Excellency, the Deputy President of House of Rep. Your Excellency, the Governor of Imo State. Distinguished Senator Hope Uzodimma, our own performing governor. Your Excellency, the wife of the Governor of Imo State, Barrister Chioma Uzodimma. Your Excellency, the President General of Ohaneze Ndigbo, Professor Ambassador Obiozo. Your Excellencies here present, please let me observe the protocols ably established by the Master of Ceremony. Your Excellency, Mr. President, on behalf of Imo State government, we want to say a big welcome again to Imo State. It has not been a long time you came to Imo State to commission a project. We are happy again to have you in our midst to commission another landmark project in Imo State. This shows the love you have for Imo State. Despite your busy schedules, you always have time to come to Imo State whenever His Excellency the Governor invites you to come and commission a project. It's good to inform you, Mr. President, that the Imo State Governor, His Excellency Senator Hope Uzodimma, has done Imo State proud. I don't know whether it will be breach of protocol, but Your Excellency, thank him for us. He's always ahead of the government, leading us in the rightful direction. All the campaign promises he made when we were canvassing for votes, within 3 years, despite inconveniences, despite insecurity, the governor has been able to make his mark. This is one of those projects that had direct impact on the economic and social life of the people, especially the Owerri Okigwe Road. There is a place we call Ekemele. Before now, even now that is September, you will hardly pass it within 4 hours. It was a nightmare for people in that zone. To come to Owerri was usually something to plan for. But today, and since that road was completed, in less than 20 minutes, people from Okigwe zone will come to Owerri without any problem. We are happy, Your Excellency, Mr. President. Well, we enjoy the roads and other projects, but His Excellency, the Governor, has put his name on the marble. Anybody that applies that road will say, this road was built during the governorship of Hope Uzodimma. And we are proud to be associated with him, as it happened during when I'm the secretary to the government. On behalf of Imo State government, I want to welcome Mr. President and assure you that what we are witnessing today is a product of prudent management of scarce resources put for the use of every Imo citizens. And we hope that we are going to invite His Excellency, Mr. President, to commission more projects in Imo State because so many are in the pipeline. I want to welcome you on behalf of all of us and thank you and wish you safe journey while you are going back to Abuja. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you very much for that one, the SSG Chief Customer Siwu. And now for his welcome address, let's please make welcome the President General Ohaneze Ndibo worldwide. For his goodwill message, Professor Ambassador George Obiozo. Please a round of applause.
President, Commander-in-Chief, Muhammad Buhari, Governor of Imo State, Senator Hope Uzodinma and his wife, the Deputy Governor, Professor Placid Njoko, traditional rulers, clergy, members of the House, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, let me stay on the protocol already established. It gives me a great pleasure to once again welcome Mr. President to Owerri, the heartland of Igbo nation. I recall that on Thursday night, September 2021, this same venue, I presented an address to His Excellency, Mr. President, on a wide range of issues of concern to our people and zone. So much has happened since then, but it is important to inform Mr. President that although our people are doing their utmost to confront a plethora of challenges, the two that are of the greatest importance as of today in the Southeast political zone are the issue of security and infrastructure. Your Excellency, Mr. President, it is a pleasure also to acknowledge with appreciation and immense gratitude your encouragement and support to the governments of the Southeast toward the development and growth of the Southeast zone. The people of Imo State, particularly, and the Igbo land in general, commend you for your acts of magnanimity. We also equally want to state categorically, and as you have seen in the projects we have commissioned today, and those you did last year, that the Imo State Governor, distinguished Senator Hope Uzodinma, is indeed a committed governor. Development-focused, transformation governor, and a statesman. In conclusion, Mr. President, I wish to reiterate and speak on behalf of our Ndibo worldwide, both at home and in diaspora, that our people are committed to the Nigeria project. That we desire a country that provides the platform and opportunities to contribute our utmost best to the growth of our fatherland. We seek justice, equity, fairness, and going by our historical antecedents, we are in every part of Nigeria, and therefore claim to be the most federating of all Nigerians. As we bid you farewell and safe journey to Abuja, it will be my pleasure to present to Mr. President a booklet called The Journey So Far, which is a compilation of my public speeches as President General of Ndibo. Mr. President, thank you very much. You are welcome. I thank you all.
We can do better for the President General of Ndibo. The presentation is being made to Mr. President. The governor is transmitting accordingly. Mr. President, Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, when we look at the history of today, considering the commissioning of Owerri-Olu Road, Owerri-Okigwe Road, and of course, the rehabilitated Imo State House of Assembly, we can now agree the 3R mantra of this administration: rehabilitation, reconstruction, and recovery. And now, with due respect to Mr. President, may I humbly invite this hope of Imo State, this hope that goes to Abuja to meet with Mr. President and he comes back bringing hope to Imo people. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished Senator Hope Uzodinma, Governor, Imo State, in the language of the Bible, may I say, Master, speak, your people hear it.
Your Excellency, President Muhammad Buhari, GCFR, President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Most Distinguished Senator Ovia Omo Agege, Deputy President of the Senate of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Your Excellency, Right Honorable Ahmed Idris Wase, Deputy Speaker, Federal House of Representatives, National Assembly, Abuja. Your Excellency, Barrister Mrs. Shoma Uzodinma, wife of the Governor of Imo State, representatives of governors of the Southeast who are here, Your Excellency, Professor Placid Njoko, Deputy Governor of Imo State, the President General Ohanes Ndibu, members of the National Assembly, serving and non-serving, Chairman of APC in Imo State, McDonald Ebere, PhD, all the candidates of APC for 2023 forthcoming elections who are in this hall. I recognize all of you. The Speaker, Imo State House of Assembly, Right Honorable Barrister Kennedy Ibe, and the Deputy Speaker and other members of Imo State House of Assembly, members of the Federal Executive Council, and the entourage of Mr. President. I have a very long list here, but if you will agree, I want to crave your indulgence to align myself with the protocol list already established by the Master of Ceremony. Should I go on? Those in favor say yeah, against say no, the yes have it. Your Excellency, Mr. President, on behalf of the government and good people of Imo State, I am very pleased to most warmly welcome you, our father, our leader, His Excellency President Muhammad Buhari, GCFR, to our dear state of Imo. Imo State is the hospitality capital of Eastern Nigeria. Mr. President, sir, Imo people are delighted and excited to have you in our midst today. We are equally grateful that you kindly accepted to honor us with your esteemed presence for the second time in about 1 year, in spite of your incredible busy schedule. To put it mildly, my joy knew no bounds when you kindly accepted to come in person to commission these key projects, which are among the signature projects of this administration. I also welcome you in a very special way, all those who have accompanied Mr. President on this memorable visit, which he has made for the purpose of commissioning 3 flagship projects successfully executed by my administration. May I also formally welcome and appreciate the various strata of Imo society who have assembled here to welcome our dear President. I'm also glad that you are here in your numbers from across and beyond Imo State. Indeed, leaders from Southeast are here to welcome our dear President. Today's event will serve as yet another testament to the unassailable resolve of my administration to serve Imo people with dedication and a deep sense of purpose. The landmark projects which have just been commissioned by Mr. President today include the dualized Owerri-Olu Road, the Owerri-Okigwe Road Phase 1, terminating at Angara, the rebuilt, refurnished, and equipped Imo State House of Assembly complex. Mr. President, each of these projects has a remarkable history behind it. For instance, the dualized Owerri-Olu Road, a 35-kilometer road, had been a nightmare for motorists for over 2 decades. The state of the road was made worse by its uniquely difficult topography, complicated by erosion, especially gully erosion at Njaba-Amucha axis, which had defied solution until now. Our people readily recall with some sense of trepidation the promise of President Shehu Shagari to tackle the Amucha erosion problem when he visited Imo State over 40 years ago. At the time of his visit, the erosion was already threatening to cut off the affected villages from the rest of Imo State. Unfortunately, that promise was not kept. Perhaps to underscore the high expectations of the people for a lasting solution to the Njaba-Amucha erosion menace, and their disappointment over the consequent inability of the then Shagari administration to keep its promise, our people evolved a saying which tagged any failed promise around here as Shagari's promise to Amucha people. The good news today is that that 40-year-old promise made by the Second Republic President has been partly fulfilled under the watch of President Muhammad Buhari. Mr. President, this is so because this federal road, the Owerri-Olodua Carriage Road, which you have just commissioned, is the same federal road that cuts across the hitherto perilous Amucha erosion site. The intractable nature of the erosion at the Njaba end of the road was one of the lame excuses or reasons that previous administrations gave for not fixing such an economically important road. To the glory of God, we found the courage, the dedication, the means, and the requisite technology to fix it. I am happy and proud to share the good news that the seemingly intractable and dreaded Njaba erosion menace is now being comprehensively addressed. Beyond the reference to history, this road, which cuts across 7 local government areas of the state, is economically and geographically strategic. The farmers and entrepreneurs in the communities connected by this road now have the much-needed access to the capital city of Owerri, where they can find a bigger market for their produce and wares. With this road, several other local markets located along and around the road have also been re-energized by increased patronage, which has been made possible by the improved access. Sellers and buyers living around on these roads are now very excited and happy. The road has also improved the ability of civil servants who live in these parts of the state to commute to work and return to their homes on a daily basis. Similarly, transporters and travelers who ply the road are already reporting improved business outlook and a better traveling experience through the state. More than anything else, it was the economic and social importance of the road that made it a priority project and informed our determination to realize it in spite of the uphill task it was. The second project, which is the 52-kilometer Owerri-Okigwe Road, which facilitates our access to parts of Abia, Enugu, and the Ebonyi states, experienced the same fate of abandonment until the intervention of our administration. In the abandoned state, a journey from Owerri to Okigwe took up to 3 hours instead of the normal 50 minutes or less. This was also partly because the intractable gully erosion at Akabo and many other failed portions of the road made it impossible. The impassable portion became death traps and forced motorists to take a detour through narrow paths in several villages before being able to access the motorable parts of the road. The construction of the first phase of the road from Owerri to Angan has now been realized under your watch. Mr. President, it is our commitment to deliver the second phase of the road before the end of January next year. Mr. President, I say under your watch again because the construction of these key roads, including some ongoing ones, has been made possible through your support and encouragement. In line with your administration's commitment to the sustenance of democracy through strengthening of its institutions and the different arms of government, my administration embarked upon the total reconstruction, rebuilding of the State House of Assembly complex. As a matter of fact, when I assumed office as the governor of the state, the House of Assembly complex had been completely abandoned and had become a shadow of itself. Indeed, for over 10 years, lawmakers had fled the complex for a temporary accommodation outside the complex for fear of losing their lives because of its level of dilapidation, which had made it a death trap. Believing that the state legislators deserve a better meeting place, I was moved to embark on the capital-intensive project of rebuilding the assembly complex. I had to do this because I'm aware that the legislature is the bastion of democracy as well as the symbol of the people's power. As we know, the parliamentarians are the representatives of all our people. So the House of Assembly is the meeting point of the people, irrespective of their political differences. I am proud to announce to you, Mr. President, that the Assembly complex, which houses the People's Parliament, has now come back to life. Mr. President, sir, I'm talking about the imposing edifice that you have just kindly commissioned for us today. Your Excellency, these three projects are part of the signature projects which are currently receiving the attention of my administration. It is noteworthy, however, to mention that there are several other road and infrastructure projects which my administration is undertaking. While some of these have been completed, many more are still under construction or awaiting inauguration. We pride ourselves as apostles of road revolution because in less than 3 years since I took over as the governor, this administration has done more than 105 roads across the 27 local governments of the state. Under our prosperity agenda, encapsulated in reconstruction, rehabilitation, and recovery, we intend to connect all communities in the state with motorable roads before the end of our first term. In line with this well-laid-out plan, we only recently flagged off the construction of 2 new roads that are key to economic development of the state, which incidentally are also federal roads. These 2 important roads can be rightly described as the economic arteries of the state, as they directly link us to Abia and Anambra states. In addition, they also serve as access roads to many more states, including Ebonyi State, Akwa Ibom State, and Cross River states. This implies that when completed, they will boost interstate trade and tourism between us and other states. The 2 roads have one thing in common, and that is prolonged negligence and abandonment. The first of this is the long-neglected Owerri, Mbise, Obo, and Umuahia Road, while the other is the equally long-neglected Olu, Mgbe, Akokwa, Uruala, Oga Road. As I speak, the engineering designs for the construction of these 2 routes is making rapid progress.
I wish to emphatically put it on record that by the time these roads are completed, our people should have a fair handle to drive the economic and social revival of our state. I make bold to say that when these 2 federal roads are delivered, to add to the 2 Your Excellency has just commissioned. Virtually, all the 27 local governments in the state would have been linked by solid, properly laid out, and durable highways that will massively transform the economic landscape of the state for good. Mr. President, I am proud to tell you that our goal is to leave Imo State far better than we met it. In the pursuit of this goal, we have remained steadfast, we have remained tenacious, and we have remained resilient. Above all, we have refused to be distracted by the threats of insecurity and social media blackmail and propaganda, most of which are politically contrived and sponsored. So I'm confident that soon, when the work is done, we can look back and proudly say, yes, we did it. Yes, we did it. We did that which looked impossible, and we did it in just 4 years. So shall it be to the glory of God. Mr. President, we have refused to succumb to social media blackmail and propaganda. Rather, we have decided to concentrate so that our performance will strategically speak for us. Because according to the popular saying in this part of the world, it is an acceptable norm that seeing is believing. You will recall, sir, that during your last visit, you commissioned the Naze Nekede Ihiagwa Obinze Road, which links 2 federal government-owned tertiary institutions, namely the Federal University of Technology, Owerri, and the Federal Polytechnic, Nekede. You also inaugurated the Iwayamu bypass. You inaugurated the brand new Executive Council chambers and the balloon flood control technology. These are strong indicators of our commitment to recover our state from their infrastructure deficit, as well as usher our people into a new world of unparalleled economic opportunities. We remain grateful to you, Mr. President, as our father, for always being there for us, for supporting us in diverse ways and making it possible for us to serve our people better. The fact that you have been to Imo State twice in a space of 1 year is a clear confirmation that you have a special love for Imo State and her people. Beyond that, you have also repeatedly demonstrated your love for Ndi Igbo, and Ndi Imo in particular. Your kind approval recently for the federal government's takeover of Abanikoku College of Education, a matter that has been lingering for 2 decades, is a clear pointer in this direction. Again, only recently, you approved for the Federal Medical Center in Owerri to be upgraded to a teaching hospital for clinical practice and research by students and staff of the Federal University of Technology, Owerri. Mr. President, the establishment of a naval base at Oguta is another testimony for your care for Igbo people. This could not have come at a more critical time than now. If I dare list all you have done for Imo State, we may not live here today. But I can't leave out the fact that your prompt intervention helped to restore peace and order in our state. But for your timely, prompt, and fatherly intervention through the security agencies, Imo State would have been overrun by bandits and hoodlums.
For this, I also say a big thank you, Mr. President. You have also demonstrated your love for Ndi Igbo through the completion of the Second River Niger Bridge, a project that has been on the bucket list of Ndi Igbo for decades. This is a project that previous administrations paid lip service to and turned it into a campaign taunt of Ndi Igbo. But without much fanfare, you have tackled the multi-billion naira project head-on. Mr. President, I must tell you that since the end of the Civil War, it is under your administration that the federal government will do one project at a cost in excess of 360 billion naira. It has never done by any government before 2015. Today, the bridge is almost completed, awaiting commissioning. The same goes for the upgrading of Enugu Airport to a proper international airport with all the necessary facilities in place. The reconstruction of Aba Umuahia Enugu to Onitsha Doha Carriageway is yet another landmark project of your administration in the southeast. There are indeed many more, and we are truly grateful for you. We are truly grateful for your very kind disposition towards us. Ndi Igbo appreciates it. We are indeed very grateful. Mr. President, we continue to commend you. We continue to thank you, while also expecting that you will continue to support Ndi Igbo and do more projects in the southeast. What then, Mr. President, shall we repay you with? First, we offer and assure you of our loyalty. Secondly, we pledge to be law-abiding to make it easier for you to govern Nigeria. And thirdly, I will continue to serve Imo State. I will continue to serve Imo people with utmost honesty, dedication, accountability, and the fear of God. And on this, I will not fail, knowing that this is what you expect of me. Thank you, Mr. President, for visiting us for the second time and for accepting to commission our projects on 3 occasions. We shall await your next visit to commission more projects. I wish you and your entourage a very safe and smooth return to Abuja. And please say us well to your family when you get back. Ndi Igbo, thank you very much for standing by me and for believing in me. Without your support, we couldn't have done much. Thank you also, my brothers and sisters from Southeast, from different states in the Southeast, and those who came from outside Southeast. Thank you, the Deputy Senate President and Deputy Speaker, for finding time to identify with me in this occasion. I want to join hands and join all of us to welcome Mr. President to Owerri. Mr. President, you are welcome. Ndewo. May God bless all of us as we return safely to our different destinations. Long live Imo State. Long live Southeast. Long live Mr. President. Long live the Federal Republic of Nigeria. May God bless all of us.
Every day by day, I just celebrate everything I do.
Thank you very much, Mr. DJ. Your Excellency, Mr. President, the natural thing would be to invite Mr. President. But Mr. President, I am conscious of protocols. I am aware that once you have spoken, we take the national anthem. Permit us, Your Excellency, to invite the Deputy Governor of Imo State to give a vote of thanks that is befitting of this great event. Professor Placid Njoku, vote of thanks.
Your Excellency, President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR, Your Excellency, the Executive Governor of Imo State, distinguished Senator Hope Uzodimma, and Mama Imo, Barrister Mrs. Chioma Uzodimma, the Deputy Senate President of the Senate and the Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, all other protocols duly observed. I would like to say, Mr. President, that in unison, the Imo people thank Almighty God for the gift of distinguished Senator Hope Uzodimma. He is a special gift to Imo State at a critical time as this. It is thought that there's hardly any other person, or there are not many people who would have been able to stand the heat that exists today in Imo State, but somebody with the courage, with a broad shoulder, and the special gift of distinguished Senator Hope Uzodimma. We do know, Your Excellency, Mr. President, that distinguished Senator Hope Uzodimma derives most of his inspiration from you. He is constantly in touch with you. Each time he comes back from a trip to Abuja, he brings new ideas and new hope to the state. You can see for yourself that in 2 visits, you have commissioned very many signature projects delivered by distinguished Senator Hope Uzodimma. And so, we are very grateful to you for the support you have constantly given to him, the courage that you've allowed him to exhibit as he marshals out the intellect in him, the sagacity in him, the savvy elements that make him. For the second time in a year, this is September, and last year, September, you were here. We are hoping that you will come again before the end of your tenure to commission the second phase of the Owerri-Okigwe Road. And indeed, the other 2 roads, Owerri-Umuahia and Olo-Akokwa roads. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we've had a great day. God has been gracious with us. Some rainmakers, Your Excellency, had indicated that they were going to bring the rain down today. And what we did as chairman of committee of the planning committee for this event was to tell our people to go on their knees and pray to God, because we believe in God. And they did. And I think we've had one of the best weathers in a very long time. And so, Your Excellency, we thank you very much for coming. We expect you to come again soon. And we wish you a very safe journey back to Abuja. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I'd like that we, at this point in time, please Please, can we have some quiet in the hall? And I appreciate the governor who symbolizes trust and loyalty to his friends, well-wishers, and associates, and has brought hope to the downtrodden in Imo State. Please, a round of applause for the governor of Imo State again. A vote of thanks, actually. Mr. President, I learned something from the Indians when I had the privilege of going to India. Vote of thanks actually are meant to be very brief. Indians would do it in a very different manner. The only thing they do that is similar to ours is the observance of protocol. And we hear something like, Mr. President, Your Excellency, Deputy Governor, all of you, thank you very much for coming. But in thanking everybody in India, you have to thank everybody individually so you can carry everybody along. And without wasting time, I'd like to start with the President. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, and a thank you has been done. But ladies and gentlemen, because of the import of this event, the Deputy Governor has taken us through that. But I'd like to, at this juncture, crave on the indulgence to please do join me in welcoming the tallest president ever in Nigeria from 1999 to date, who has also left an indelible mark with the things that he's doing, President Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR, the #1 citizen of Nigeria, for his address at this juncture. Can we please give a bigger round of applause?
Yeah, please sit down. Please sit down. Thank you very much. Your Excellency, the Governor of Imo State, and your wife, the Deputy Senate President, the Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives, honorable ministers, religious leaders, the President of Ohanese Igbo worldwide, our royal fathers, illustrious sons and daughters of Imo State and the Southeast, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I'm delighted to be back in Imo State, the Eastern Heartland, to commission a number of projects executed by the administration of His Excellency Governor Hope Uzodimma. I'm happy to note that within just 3 years of the administration of Governor Uzodimma, I have made 2 official visits to Imo State to commission projects in the state. On each occasion, I have received very warm hospitality of Imo people, for which I am always appreciating. As it is often said in local Igbo parlance, a good road deserves a second passage. It is a pleasant coincidence that the name of your governor, Uzodimma, is derived from this same idiom. Little wonder, therefore, that he has made the provision of good roads one of his top priorities. Our administration recognizes the importance of critical infrastructure in economic development, and we are determined to drive the economic development of Nigeria through the provision of vital infrastructure across the length and the breadth of the country. This can be seen in our commitment to certain critical projects such as deep seaports, new airport terminals and buildings, various railway projects, a network of gas and power infrastructure, roads and bridges, including the second Niger Bridge, telecommunications, infrastructure, to mention but a few. I am therefore happy to see that the APC administration of Governor Uzodimma is doing similar improvement here in Imo State. I commend the governor for being able to do so with the limited resources at the disposal of the state government. This proves that when leaders are dedicated and focused, much can be achieved for our people. In my last visit here, I encourage you all to support your governor so that he can do more for the people of Imo State. I am happy that you took my advice, and today he has presented to me 3 key projects for commissioning. I have just commissioned the dualized Owari-Olu Road, the Owari-Okigwe Road, Phase 1, and the rebuilt House of Assembly Complex. I am told that these 2 major roads, which I have commissioned, cut through several local government areas of the state. The roads will therefore serve as major stimulants to the local economy of these parts of the state. I am also now aware that previous administrations in the state were unable to fix these roads because of their unique and difficult terrains, which are complicated by erosion. So it took the sheer determination and the courage of the current government to fix these roads. So I say bravo to the governor of Imo State, whose name I was informed means good road. I was also informed that the House of Assembly complex, which I have just commissioned, was dilapidated and abandoned for over 10 years before the intervention of the present administration. This is equally commendable because the importance of the legislative arm of government, the sustenance of democracy. I therefore applaud the governor for according due respect to this arm of government, which is at the heart of our democracy. Let me also briefly comment on what the government of Imo State has termed the road revolution going on in the state. But I prefer to call it an infrastructure revolution. On our part, the federal government will continue to support the government of Imo State to ensure that it continues to provide the dividends of democracy to the people. This support is equally available to all the states of the Federation, irrespective of the differences in political party affiliations. Once again, I thank the people of Imo State for supporting your governor. I urge you to continue to do so to enable this administration, which he leads, concentrate on the task of good governance. I also thank the government and people of Imo State for the hospitality and warm reception which you always extend to me and my delegation whenever we are here. I wish you the best. Thank you very much indeed. And God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Please sit down. I have to digress from my prepared speech. Talk of infrastructural development. Since my last visit, I was very impressed to have seen what has been done within this short time and the paucity of resources. I don't think many state governments would like to invite me because having known that I have been here twice and my honest comments on what I saw not what I heard. Maybe they are not prepared to invite me, and I don't mind not being invited. The question of insecurity and bandits, the second Niger bridge. If Nigerians would reflect, anyway, to be frank to you, I had been blaming Nigerian elite for not sitting and thinking hard about our country. Between 1999 and 2015, when we came in, I like people to check the central bank and the NNPC. The average production was 2.1 million barrels a day. Average production, 2.1 million barrels a day. At the average cost of $100 American per barrel. So Nigeria was earning for that time 2.1 million times 100 times the number of days in those years. But to look at the state of the infrastructure, some of the roads since the good old PTF days, look at the railway, it was virtually killed. Power, we are still struggling. But when we came, was an unfortunate incident. The militants in the south were unleashed. Production went down to 500,000 barrels a day. And again, being unfortunate, the cost of petroleum went down from $28 to $37. But look at the problem in the northeast. Check with anybody from Borno or Adama, how many local governments were in the hands of the government then? They were in the hands of so-called Boko Haram, bloody, fraudulent people, whoever they are. They are fraudulent. But now, go and ask the hard-working governor of Borno State, very hard-working governor. Federal government is still there in charge now. So, relative terms of time and resources, this administration has done extremely well. I have to say it because those who are supposed to say it are not saying it. I didn't know why. Thank you very much.
The President deserves a better round of applause than that. Thank you very much, Mr. President. You've actually done exceedingly well. We're just going to invite a few of you to join the President for a group photograph at that end where they are standing. They will only take a group photograph. I invite General Senator Ikenwa Achukwu to please join him, as well as the former Governor, His Excellency Dr. Ikedio Hakim, General Ogbonna, and General Sunday Chikwe. Please, let's join them. Chief Emmanuel Iwanyangu. Let's join them quickly for this group photograph. There will be no time for this. As soon as we're done with the photographs, it will be turned for... It's been done. The voters, the visitors' notebook has been signed already. Professor George Obiozo should also stand and join in this photograph. Prof, as we lead these elder statesmen to join in this quickly. I was told by his aide that came to me. In the visitor's notebook that was signed by Mr. President, can we please have it back? The visitor's notebook that was signed already. Thank you. Let's have it, please. Thank you. Let's have this photograph quickly. Time is of the essence. The President has told you. The Governor also did say same. Please, can we quickly do this and then we take the national anthem? The President has spoken and has spoken very well about his achievements And they are there for you to see the second Niger Bridge, the dualization of Kefi Makudi Otukpo Enugu Road, rehabilitation of the Abuja Kaduna Kano Road, dualized road, the Otukpo Oweto Road, and many more roads, the reconstruction of rail lines, and many more, and they still counting. Ladies and gentlemen, the national anthem, please, to bring this event to a close. The national anthem. This will remain standing and allow for His Excellency the Governor to see off the august visitor along with members.
You're watching Channels Television, and you have been watching our live coverage of the President's visit to Imo State. Stay tuned now as we return to regular programming.